Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get back on the channel. Matt McCalum. How are you, Matt?
Very well, mate. Always good to see you.
Pleasure getting you on as always.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. I appreciate that. You always like to get me on fight week, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah. It seems like a bit of a thing we do now. But yeah, you've got Paul Kean. I think Paul Kean for it's a Commonwealth title. Is it a final eliminator or just an eliminator?
It's an eliminator, but you know how these things work. I beat this guy in good fashion. I could my next fight. Hopefully, I'll be boxing for the Commonwealth title.
Well, fingers crossed, mate. But yeah,
100%.
before we talk about that, I think I had you on, fight week of the Mendy fight, I think, and you won that quite
Yeah.
comfortably. You won every single round, so couldn't get much better. I mean, of course, the knockout would have topped it, but
Mm.
comfortable night's work, and you dominated the fight.
Yeah, I did. He was tough and he was really awkward. It wasn't a very good fight, because he made it sort of messy
He
but
helped quite a bit.
he did, and he was rough. But he was a tough cookie. But I wobbled him in, I think, like the fourth round,
Yeah, you
and I
clipped
thought,
him.
yeah, I thought, am I going to be only the second person to stop him? Callum Smith's the only person to stop him. But now he showed a good chin and good resilience, and he held on in there. But yeah, it was a good statement win to get back. He was ranked 15th in Britain,
He had a good
and
ranking.
yeah, completely. And like, I just went from an English title eliminator, then boxing another 10 rounder against one of the best kids in Britain. So, it's the only way you get back to the top stage, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I didn't think of anything less. I knew that you were straight after that fight that you were going to jump into another big fight because I didn't expect anything different.
Exactly. Yeah. So, obviously, this fight's been rescheduled because I got injured, but this is a
Oh
big fight.
yeah.
It's massive.
How, what did you injure again? Just remind us and how. I mean, you recovered quite quickly, which is good.
Well, I wasn't really like I was obviously injured. It was a
Was it
bad
your
injury, but
ear?
it was yeah. So like the rest of my body's absolutely fine, and I could still continue to do like run and do whatever. But this, and it's still not 100%. But we've got to the fight. That was always the plan with the sparring and everything. I've protected it, got to the fight, and that's all that matters now. But it's still a pain in the backside.
Yeah, of course it is. But at least fight weeks here. How did fight camp go?
Yeah, it's went really, really well. I've, made the weight better than ever before. I've had elite world class sparring, with Hamza Shiraz and Tyler Denny. And
Two of the top fighters out at the domestic sort of scene, at the moment. Of course, you're helping him.
Shiraz,
You were helping him to prepare for the Amo Williams fight, and of course, Denny's
yeah,
fight in Cash.
yeah. So Denny's fighting Cash, and Denny was there to help Hamza as well. But Hamza Shiraz, he's going all the way, mate. He really is. He's that good. He's phenomenal.
He's an
Um, he'll,
animal, isn't he? Like
he'll
you.
win a world. Yeah, he'll win a world title, mate, and probably multiple world titles.
You reckon
But
he knocks Amo out then? Oh,
I, the only is I just think he does. I think he's too good in every department. He can do everything, and he's so big and tall, rangy if he wants to be. But he can fight on the inside, and that's what he was practicing with us. And because that's what he's going to expect, obviously, from Armour Williams. But Armour Williams, he's a great fighter. He can bang. He's a
he's a
really good
decent
fighter.
mover as well at times, Amo.
He is, and I think that is the pick of the bunch. That fight.
Yeah. What do you make of going off topic a bit, but not much. But what do you make of the whole 5v5, Queensberry matchroom as we're on the topic?
I think it's brilliant. I can't believe it's taken for this long for it to happen. But the money in Saudi Arabia has brought it together. But for fans. It's fantastic, isn't it?
And what fight stands out for you on that card the most? If you had to pick one.
Well, obviously the Wilder and Zhang, I think, will be brilliant, won't it? Like,
It might not even go past the first round, knowing those two.
exactly. And I think if Wilder weathers Zhang's sort of storm, I think like Zhang's proved his last couple of fights for 12 rounds or 10 rounds. He's like he gasses, doesn't he? He's old. He's 40, 41 or something. But yeah, they've just got to catch each other. I think that's really exciting. But to me, the pick for me is Hamza Sheeraz and Amar Williams. You know, I just think that you'll see a boxing masterclass from both.
Yeah, that should be a good one. Um,
Nick Ball, Ray Ford. I mean, that is class.
yes, mate. I mean, not Ray Ford. Nick Ball should have that WBC, as we all know. But yeah, that's my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, I agree. But that's
But
boxing, isn't it?
robberies happen in the sport, as you know.
I certainly do know.
Yes. But yeah, moving on to actually, Denny or Cash.
I think Denny, yeah, European champion. He's a
Plus,
really good
Cash has
kid.
been sort of, when Cash beat Bentley, that was sort of a good announcement fight for him. And since then, he's sort of
Yeah, he's
fell
not
off,
been.
not fell off, but gone on the slide. No, I don't know how to say it, but not
He
been
just
active.
hasn't. He's been inactive, mate, and like you know what has been going on. Like you've got to fight. You've got to fight. He says it won't bother him, but Tyler Denny's been active. He's European champion.
And he's been upsetting everyone. I mean, he
Yeah, mate.
stormed that English level. I mean, he didn't, wipe the floor with them, but people writ him off, including myself. And I've learned from previous fights not to write him off again, sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely not. And he's a really nice kid, and I wish him all the best. And I really hope he wins that fight in fantastic style.
At the minute, I'm saying Danny on unanimous decision, but yeah.
Mm, yeah, good shout.
But yes, on to you, mate, which is the main reason why I've got you on. Um, yeah, fight week. How are you feeling going into this fight?
I feel fantastic. Best I've ever felt. No excuses, not the ear, not nothing. Um, and I embrace every day, like literally every minute of every day. Obviously, it's all about making the weight now. And my last session today in the gym on the pads, just 6 rounds, really fast, really light, and it's all about making the weight now. Hard work is done, but even like having reduced food, the water, I'm like having 6 liters of water per day, which is so annoying because you're just constantly going to the toilet. Um, but all of it, I don't wish any of it away, buddy, because I choose to do this. I choose to live this life, and you've just got to embrace every minute. And after the fight, we're victorious. I'll enjoy some whatever, all the luxuries that come back into your life. But until then, we've got a serious job to do.
Mm. Well, when you were flying up to Scotland,
Um, we're going up Thursday. It's not a flight for us, mate. It would be a flight for you probably, because you're Savannah, aren't you?
mm,
But for me, I'll get to Glasgow in about 2.5 hours.
mm.
Just drive up. We're gonna pick Jack up. Shout out Jack Cook, my nutritionist. Me and my mate picking him up from the airport, and then we're gonna meet the rest of the lads at the hotel.
Hmm. So, yeah, you're going up the day before the weigh-in,
Yeah,
and you're going to somebody's backyard, but you tend to do that as well. You don't shy away from going into somebody's backyard. You like that.
I love it. I'll actually thrive on it. Taking taking a good number of friends, family up there, get some really good support. Some of the gym lads are coming up. It's going to be brilliant. Geordie's up in Glasgow, taking the place by storm. But I'd go there myself and get the same feeling. It's obviously
100%.
it's extra motivation, and you'd much rather do it in front of your friends and family. But I would turn up there by myself and fight, mate, in his backyard.
100%. Yeah. And knowing the Geordies and the Scottish fans, it's going to be some atmosphere come fight night.
It will. I went to when I was meant to box in March, and
You
obviously it
went
got
to Keane's fight, didn't you?
yeah. So I went up to watch him, and it was a really good show. Um, it's a really good sort of card and an event that Kinnick Boxing put on, the promoter. So it was just great to do some homework and watch him. And
It was his first fight at middle, wasn't it? That one.
was it?
I don't know, but I
I thought
know
he
that he's
boxed before.
definitely naturally a super. Well, he's fought super welter most of his career.
Yeah,
That's what I
he's
know.
always been short. Well, I think he's had a couple of middle, but I think that last fight it wouldn't have been middle either. He was probably a bit heavier because he boxed there that surge over 6 rounds. So he probably came in a fair bit heavier, mate. But I don't know what. Um, but yeah, it was good to do a bit of homework.
What did you make of it?
He got the job done. He won 6 rounds, which I thought he would do. Against a durable journeyman. Who's there to give him the rounds. But Serge put the pressure on him on the last round, and that's where I took the biggest point, like tips away because he hates pressure. I know he hates pressure. I've seen it in the fights that he's lost,
Because
where he's
Louis
rolled
Green fight that.
Louis Green. I've been studying that. I've been talking to Louis Green um, about it. Hamza was obviously giving me, lots of advice on it.
He fought him
Um,
as well, didn't he? Hamza did.
Hamza stopped, well, he retired him in the 6th round. Louis stopped him in the 6th round. So let's see, Matt McCalum knocked him out in the 6th round.
Yeah, do you believe that, of course, you stop him because, of course, going to people's backyards, as you know, is very hard to get a decision, and yeah, you
If it's
leave
if
it
it's
not to go
really,
in the
really,
hands
really
of the
close,
judges.
yeah, if it's really, really, really close, mate, like I didn't think it was as close as it was, obviously, last September, but it
Yeah.
was close. And it was a very good fight, but I still think I'd done enough to win. I knew I'd done enough to win. So yeah, so going into this fight, I'm like, I'm not gonna leave that up to the judges this time. No way. And this is a total different fight. It
Would you
really
say
is.
it's a bigger fight than the Reynolds fight?
I think so, mate. Yeah, definitely. Because, people know me better now. Because of that fight. And yeah, this is a Commonwealth eliminator, and hopefully the Commonwealth title shot will just be one fight away. And then it's life changing. It really is. I think this is a massive fight. For every reason, it ticks every box, and I've been ticking every box in the way I conduct myself, my lifestyle, my boxing, everything, and everything is going to be perfect on Saturday night, and we are going to get that win 100%
Hmm.
in fantastic fashion.
Yeah, of course. I forgot what I was gonna say now. Why have it's just slipped out my head? Yeah, you're the away fighter, and people. Do you feel like going into the fight you're an underdog? Because some of your fights you go into the fights as an underdog, and do you feel like you're getting written off in this fight, or
I don't know, mate. Don't really care. I only care about me, my team. Couldn't give a monkeys.
can we expect a knockout from you? And how? Yeah.
Yeah, mate. I'm going in there to knock Paul Kean out. I really am going in there to hurt this man and put him to sleep. It's boxing, obviously. Listen, I want after we both go home. We both go home healthy to our families. This is a sport at the end of the day. But when we're in that ring, I'm going in there to do a number. Seriously.
Do you put pressure on yourself knowing, that this fight could literally be life changing and the Commonwealth and sort of, maybe the British is quite close if you win this fight?
May I put pressure on myself every single minute of every day, and I've become that accustomed to it that it's just normal now, and therefore I enjoy every minute of every day, if that makes sense. Pressure makes diamonds, and it's the only way to get to the top. You have to be able to thrive under pressure and adversity, and I believe I truly do.
What does this fight mean to you?
It means everything. It really does. This is what I've built everything up to. My boxing career. My story. I got into boxing late. I never really expected to even turn professional. Never mind to be boxing in Commonwealth and English title eliminators,
Exactly.
um, and become an area champion. But you know, I've I've proved I've proved how good I am, and I'll continue to do it. And I've got complete and utter self-belief. Believe in myself, my skills, and the dream. And it's all about Saturday night. And most of all, though, right, Sam, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy those 10 rounds. If it lasts 10 rounds, but I'm going to enjoy however long it lasts. Because I do this because I love it. I want to enjoy the whole fight. And that's what Hamza Shearer said to us. He was like, Matt, this is the fight you can really enjoy. He's like, get in there and enjoy every minute of it, mate. And I'll never forget that. And
Did he
yeah,
tell you his prediction for your fight?
yeah, he did. He did. He's a good lad, really nice bloke, and I'll give him my prediction for his fight as well.
Good stuff. Do you feel like your activity, because you've been quite active over the last couple of months, do you feel that could play a factor in the fight as well?
Um, Active in what, in terms of like
Like you've
sparring?
had, no, like you've had quite a few fights. You've had like maybe, I think it was four quite,
Well, since turning pro, obviously I had my debut, and then we went into lockdown over COVID for 18 months.
do you feel like your career's been slowed down, like with cancellations, delayed fights and stuff?
Maybe, but I never look back at any of that. It's
Because we're
done.
here at the moment and
Exactly. It's in the past. We can't change any of that. If I started thinking like that, I'd probably be like, oh, well, why didn't I get into boxing earlier? And I just think there's no point even thinking about that because it's done.
don't look
Uh,
that far back, you know.
Yeah, completely. And it's like, I obviously wasn't meant to get into boxing then. And, for whatever reason, over COVID, it wasn't meant to happen. We were meant to stay locked down for 18 months, but it
Mm.
doesn't matter because we hit the ground running as soon as we could. And 2022 was a fantastic year for me. Last year was a great finish, but it was a hard year in terms of my boxing career. But we finished it on a massive high and
Yeah.
catapulted right back up there. And now we're
And
boxing.
look what's because
Yeah,
you could have took a while out after that fight where you felt hard done by, but you bit down on your gum shield and thought, I got robbed. And you go again and you fought a good opponent and look where you are now and the opportunity you've got here. So there's
exactly, mate.
always a light at the end of the tunnel.
Completely. And you just have to continue to believe in yourself and believe in the process, which I have done, all throughout. And we're here now. We're here now, and there's a lot of people behind me. There's so many people believe in me, and they see the work I put in. They see, how dedicated I am to this life, and they're all very, very confident as well, and they know I'll get the victory on Saturday.
100% you will, mate. And before I let you go, as always, do you want to thank the people who are supporting you and helping you on your journey at the moment?
Yeah, as usual, my close team, my boxing coach, Maddie, my conditioning coach, John, my nutritionist, Jack. Everyone who helps me. I've just had a massage with my osteopath, Sheila, at the body repair clinic. Um, all of these people. I've got another guy. Gaz who's coming on board, who he helps me with the sort of recovery and stuff. You've got to tick every single box. I really hope I haven't forgot anyone though, on my team there. I don't think I have. But yeah, and then just my friends and family, mate, because I couldn't do this without my friends and family. My business partner, who's brilliant, he knows how much I put into my boxing. My parents, just everything, everyone, they'll all be there on Saturday, and I want to give this victory for them as well. I want them to have a fantastic night, watch the boxing, watch me put on an amazing show against a very good opponent. Take nothing away from Paul Kean. Paul Kean has boxed at the highest level. He really has. He's boxed for a Commonwealth title. He's boxed for WBO European. He's a very good kid, and
Yeah.
this is my world title fight. In my head, this is my world title fight, and I have to be the absolute best I've ever been to beat this lad, and I will be, and we will get that victory, mate.
100% you will, mate. And from me, thank you for your time as always, and all the best of luck Saturday night, mate. Good luck with the fight.
Cheers, Sam. Appreciate it, mate. And yeah, we'll catch up soon.
Smash it, mate. Good luck.
Cheers, buddy. Bye.
Bye.